What up? What up? What up, YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome back to another live stream. I'm back in the building. I hope you guys join me as you come into the building. Make sure you go ahead and hit the like button. Hit the like button. I know it's a different time, but I appreciate you guys being here. So as you come into the building, make sure you hit the like button. Hit the like button. That definitely helps your girl out. So I'm here, you guys, at a later time. What's going on? I miss y'all. It's been a week since I've been up here, so I had to come back, even though I'm late, even though it's a different time. I had to come back and make sure I come up and talk to you guys. So what's going on? How is everybody doing? I hope y'all are doing well. I want to just send prayers to the people who may have been affected by the storms that are happening. We're going to talk about that a little bit. Hurricane Helene, and then we also have Hurricane Milton. That's that one's going to hit as well, which I really want to just send my prayers out to the people who may have been affected by those storms and all of that, because it's just a travesty. Listen, I come from New Orleans. I know what Hurricane Katrina did, and I know that was just devastating, to have to relocate and do all of that stuff. So I understand what the people are going through, but it's just a devastation, and I hate to see it, and I understand what those people are going through, and it's just horrible to see. So my prayers are going out to all the people who may be affected by the storms that are happening. So I wanted to just say that. Shout out to Helene, Lorenzo. What's going on, Lorenzo? Kevin from Brooklyn. What's up, Kevin? UFO Kamikaze 1, John Baylor Jr., Divine Photos. What's going on, Divine Photos? Danny Omega. What's going? I hope y'all are doing well. Thank y'all so much for being here once again. So I'm just kind of gonna go through a few things that's been going on since I've been off of, haven't been on here for the past week. So I want to get y'all thoughts on everything that's happening, child, because a lot is happening. And it's too much to always be able to keep up with, but baby, it's a lot going on in these streets. Okay. So I want to touch on it, and then then I have a video clip that I want to play for you guys, or several video clips, and I want to get y'all thoughts. So make sure you chime in the chat. Also, make sure you're hitting the like button if you haven't already. And if you're in the building and you have not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And it's free to do that as well. So I want to touch on a few topics. Just briefly touch on them. Because a lot has happened. A lot is happening. I first want to talk about, first, we know the storms are happening, and I want to touch on this whole FEMA situation. Have you guys, I'm pretty sure y'all have already heard of this, the FEMA situation of where they're giving allegedly $750 to the hurricane, to the Helene victims. And I want to know your thoughts on that, because a lot of people are talking about it, and a lot of people have something to say. So I wanted to get your thoughts on that. What do you think about the fact that they're giving only $750 in hurricane relief funds to these people who have lost everything? Honestly, I just thought it was just ridiculous. It was just an insult to people, to the citizens of this country. It was an insult, in my opinion. It's just my opinion that they were only offering $750, and people who have been devastated by the storms are saying they're being denied allegedly of those $750 as well. I want to play a couple of clips of what some people had to say about this, and then we're going to move on to the next topic. But I want to bring this up because I've been talking about this, and I want to get y'all thoughts on it, because this is ridiculous. So I want to play this clip right here. Check this out.
I just want everyone to know that we are displaced due to Hurricane Helene from Western North Carolina. We cannot go home. We have no power, no food, no water, no nothing. We were spending $400 a night on a hotel due to price gouging in the surrounding areas because they know that people know where to go. We applied for FEMA. Myself and my sister applied. My sister applied first. She got denied. I said, okay, let me try. I applied. We got denied. So we have both been denied FEMA assistance. So everyone's saying FEMA's helping $750. And by the way, that $750 wouldn't even cover 2 nights at this hotel. So I just want everyone to know that FEMA sucks. And president's doing nothing. And we are stuck here. I am blowing through all my savings in a hotel to escape a natural disaster. So fuck you, FEMA. And by the way, do not donate to Red Cross, donate to Samaritan's Purse or to me because we are bringing supplies in. Donate to the victims directly. I'm not taking any of the money for myself. I don't like accepting anything. We are sending truckloads in from a friend who lives out in Greenville. So, and when we get to go back, we will bring a full truck of supplies. So. Don't donate to these big organizations because we're not getting any of it. None.
So what do you guys think about? Is it still echoing, or is it just when I play the clip? What do you think about that? So there are other videos of people saying the same thing, that you have to, of course you have to apply for the aid, but they're being denied. They're being denied the aid. So a lot of these people are not getting, is it still an echo? Is it still echoing? Can y'all still hear the echo when I speak? Or is it when I play the clip? Because I don't hear anything on my end. Is it still echoing? While the clip is playing. Okay, gotcha. So there are a lot of people who are saying that they're not even getting the aid, that they have to apply for it, and when they apply, that the aid they're being denied. So I just think that hopefully, all I can say about that is hopefully they can get the help that they need, because like I said, we come out of Hurricane Katrina. And that was a disaster. And it was, and so I understand uprooting from your home and having to go and relocate somewhere else, how devastating that is, and how you lose everything and you got to start all over. So, and on top of that, people are also, the issue is the fact that they're only offering $750. But people are saying, hey, why, they're saying the funds for FEMA are depleted. They don't have the funds for the rest of the season. And then there are more storms that are coming, and they're not able to help because they don't have the funds. And people are saying, where did the funds go? There are people who are complaining that, hey, y'all had billions of dollars to give to your own citizens. And that's something that you have to consider and think about. Like, why is it that you have all this money to the tune of billions of dollars that you can give other countries, but your own citizens, you don't have enough for storm relief. You don't have nothing to help the citizens when they need it. This is something I kind of touched on before when we, when we were talking about them, the migrants showing the thousands of dollars that they had in food stamps and government aid and funds and money. And there are people from this country who aren't even able to get that type of funds or help, or if they need it. So it's something to consider. It's something to think about. And I just think that's not a, can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me? I don't know what's going on. Can y'all still hear me? I can tell this is going to be a struggle stream already. Can y'all still hear me? Oh, you can. So y'all can hear me? Duke, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Can y'all hear me now? So, I thought that was crazy. I'm going to try to play this clip. Let me know if the clip is if you can hear it good, or if it's messing up, because I don't know what's going on, y'all. Let me let's see. I'm going to try to play this clip. Let me know if y'all can hear it clearly. All right? We're going to try this again.
At this point, the choice is very clear. So for you Democratic shields out there that's still trying to defend this administration, it's over. It's over. You've already had an example. What it feels like when you are American first. Despite if you don't like first. Despite if you don't like him. He always put American first. Now you have an example. You're American last. And they only give you $750 if there is a natural disaster that happens, because they have depleted the FEMA fund of $1.4 billion that was given out illegal migrants for shelter and food and resources, like we keep saying. But then they want to jump on the news and mainstream media. And tell you that they're the ones not passing the bills. They're the ones that's holding up funding. They're the one that's holding up funding. Department of Homeland Security. The director, people that's in government, they are the ones that work for Biden and Harris. That's who's running this show right now. The natural disaster that happened in these states here, and they do not have no money. How can you get on TV and tell the American citizens, taxpayers, citizens, that you don't have no money to give them because you spent it all for illegal migrants? Y'all take a look at this video from Fox News.
Alejandro Mayorkas sounding the alarm on FEMA funding right after the devastation of Hurricane Helene. Listen.
We are meeting the immediate needs with the money that we have. We are expecting another hurricane hitting. We do not have the funds. FEMA does not have the funds to make it through the season.
This all comes as the Biden-Harris administration spent over $1 billion from a FEMA program on services for migrants.
I have to calm down because I'm really extremely pissed. I mean, I can only imagine. Like I said, I live in a hurricane area. I've seen our bridges and our roads filled with water, bayous, everything. It's just that we're in a flat area. But to look to see the devastation, I've never seen anything like that in my life. I mean, entire roads washed away. Same thing with Hurricane Katrina. And then you had Mowry, with Hawaii and what happened there. And in all of these situations, the government does not step up. And now it's at a point where they are telling the American people that they have depleted our funds. It's not like they didn't have the money. They just chose to use it a different way instead of what it was intended to be used for, which is for natural disasters for our country. You know, I said that I was going to write Senator Ted Cruz about this. You know, he's our senator up there, and I'm going to write him because they need to dig somewhere. And some other types of departments, go back over there and get the check from Zelensky. You're going to have to go and get that check from Netanyahu. You're going to have to go back over there and get that damn check from Taiwan because America ain't got it. If you can't take care of your own American citizens now, then we ain't got it for nobody else. So yes, these people these illegal immigrants that's coming here, we ain't got it. Y'all gonna have to go back where y'all came.
All right. So what do you guys think about that overall? I see what you guys are saying in the comments. Yeah, it's kind of crazy in my opinion. I noticed, people are mad. People are mad. People are furious about what's happening. I see a lot of people who are saying, because of all of this, they're voting for Trump. There are still a lot of people who are saying they're voting for Kamala. And also, I wanted to ask you guys, because I just saw this today. What's the latest interview? The 60 Minutes interview that she did? What do you guys think about that? Because I saw a clip of it, a little bit of it, well, a good amount of it actually. And it's the same old same, honestly. When she's asked the tough questions, and a lot of people were kind of, they're saying they edited a lot of the interview. They cut out a lot of her answers because they said if you watch the full interview just unedited, they're saying it's a travesty. They're saying and clearly we see a lot of times when you ask her certain questions, she revert to those same old talking points. She don't really answer clearly about what she's going to do. She kind of reverts to those same old talking points. And that's what people are complaining about and saying, hey, she doesn't really answer questions. She just reverts to those same talking points no matter what you ask her. And they're saying that interview is edited every time, with certain questions where they're editing out her answers because it's just a mess. But that's that. Also, she's been out, of course, campaigning, and everybody's playing this clip of her when her teleprompter went out, child. I have a little bit of it. I want to share with you guys. I want to get y'all thoughts on it, and then we're gonna move on to the hyena. Because I've been off for a week, and the hyena nation is still rolling, child. It's still a hot mess. Ain't nothing changing. But check this out.
Hey, we got 32 days till the election. So 32 days. 32 days. Okay, we got some business to do. All right. 32 days. And we know we will do it.
So that's a little bit of the clip that's going around from her campaigning, and people are saying the teleprompter went out, and she it's like she lost it, like she didn't know what to say. So people are saying, she doesn't really have a plan. She doesn't really have any, she doesn't know what to say without the teleprompter. Some were even speculating, allegedly, that somebody's speaking through those, earrings that she's wearing and giving her the words to say. It's a lot going on, y'all. I see a lot of people who I have see a lot of mixed views on who they're voting for, what they think, and all of these things. Some people are solely voting for Kamala because they're saying she's a black woman, which, I watched that whole Candace Owens breakdown of her going, doing her research into Kamala. And baby, listen, that shout out to Candace Owens for that, honestly, because she took a deep dive into that woman's book, Kamala's book, and the information that's in there and how it doesn't match up. And she did her homework. I'm gonna have to give it to her. And she went in and pulled out some things, and it makes you wonder, why would a person lie about, those types of things? It was just interesting to me. I thought Candace Owens did a good job with that. And, and I think a lot of people don't want to look into it. They just want to keep saying, oh, she's black. Let's just vote for a black woman. We just want to get a black woman in there. And not really looking at this woman's history or whatever, and I think that's important, because I think a lot of people admitted to voting for what's his name, Barack Obama, just because he was black, and they wanted to have a black president because we never had one. So I think, these identity politics, I think it's kind of dangerous no matter who you decide to vote for. I think if you're only voting for somebody just because they look like you, I think that's and not on their policies or what they can do. I think that it is pretty dangerous. I really think it is. And I think a lot of specifically black people in this case are voting strictly on identity politics. They're not really voting because they like her like what she stands for or her policies or anything like that. They're just thinking, oh, she looked like us, so let's just vote for her. And then people have blatantly spoken out on this and said, I don't care what her policies are. I don't care what she does. I'm just going to vote for her because she's black and we need a black woman. And that's just it. And I think that's a problem. For real. I think that's a major issue And I don't think that's how you should vote. But, everybody can vote the way they want to vote. But I just don't think that that's a good way to vote. You don't care about what her policies are. We're looking at the border. We're looking at all these immigrants. We're looking at the things that are happening before our eyes, inflation, these wars. I mean, there's a lot of things that's going on, and it's all happening under the Democratic watch. So I think you have to pay attention to what's going on, what their plans are, what their policies are, what they're planning on doing, if they're doing anything. And I think you have to vote responsibly. It's just insane to me that people just say, oh, you just look like, and I don't care which side it is, just pick what policies you're interested in and what you want to see. And if those people stand for that, that should be the way you vote, not just because somebody looked like you, So I think that is crazy. Danny says Kamala ain't black, right? But there's still people walking around here saying, oh, she's a black woman, and she's clearly she's not a black woman. But they still going on that because she looked like them. According to them, she's black. And that's all the reason they're voting for her, which is crazy to me. It's crazy to me. So we're going to move on from that. That was a little bit of, that Kamala's out here, still spewing the same rhetoric. And people are still saying they're just going to vote on identity politics, which is weird to me. And there's a lot going on. I thought the 60 Minutes interview was the first time I actually saw an interviewer really ask her the tough questions and not just ask her dumb stuff, like ask her questions about what matters. And she still was trying to skate around that, and she was sweating because when you put her, when she when she's put to the task of answering real questions, she kind of loses it, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thoughts on that. So we're going to move on, y'all. We're going to get listen, there's a lot going on. I'm not going to really touch on the Diddy situation that much. Diddy is still in jail. Some were speculating and alleging that he's getting special treatment in jail, but they're saying he is not. We know so far that he fired like his whole legal team, and he said he has another legal team because he's trying to get out. He's trying to get out of jail, but so far they're saying that he's going to be in there until trial, which we have no idea when that's going to start, baby, but he's still in jail. As far as we know, there's still other allegations coming out on Diddy. People still suing him. It's a lot going on. I don't know. I don't think Diddy is getting out of jail. I don't think he's getting out of jail. I think they're going to end up locking him up. That's just my thoughts on it. It's too much going on. Too many people coming out. There's still people still saying he touched them and did this and all of these kinds of things. There's still accusations coming out. And so I don't know how he's going to avoid this. And I'm pretty sure he's freaking out in jail. So I don't know, baby. We shall see how that turns out, but it's a hot mess. I don't think he's getting out of jail. That's just my thoughts on it. Child, and also as it relates to these storm victims and things like that, you got people arguing on who's giving money. We got Dolly Parton, who came out and she actually donated $1 million to help these people because the government is not really helping them. So she gave money. This Trump raised about $5 million as far as when I last checked, I think about $5 million. And they're arguing on whether that $5 million is going to go toward the relief of these people, or if they're only getting a portion of it. So they're speculating and saying that, oh, Donald Trump did a GoFundMe and raised $5 million, but only 3% of that is going to the actual victims. When they came back and debunked that and said, no, all of the funds are going towards the Helene hurricane victims. So they're arguing over that, but who else is giving money? My thing is this: who else is donating out of their, raising money or coming out of their pockets, other than Dolly Parton and this GoFundMe that Donald Trump set up? Who else is coming out with money to help the victim? So as long as they're helping in some way, shape, or form, that should be enough, right? That's just my thoughts on that. Child, we got Jennifer Lopez. When it comes to the Diddy situation, they're saying that this woman allegedly, and I'm gonna say allegedly, left the country, that she's running from these allegations with Diddy because she has some part in it. We got Jaguar Wright, who did Pierce Morgan, talking about Diddy and he's a monster allegedly, and that Jay-Z is next. Child, they're saying Jay-Z look worried and wondering what's going to happen, or that they're going to start investigating him, which some are saying that allegedly that there is a investigation official investigation into Jay-Z, because they're saying Jay-Z allegedly, according to Jaguar and others, saying that he's worse than Diddy. And, and so I don't know if you guys have seen that Piers Morgan interview with Jaguar, right? But, ooh, child, listen. Yeah, it was, she did not hold back. She did not hold back. And a lot of people thought Jaguar was crazy. But Jaguar been saying a lot of this stuff, honestly. She's been talking about this, and all of it's come to fruition. And she's been saying these things. And honestly, the music industry is shady. I mean, the music industry, there's a lot going on behind that industry. So I'm really not shocked. I said this a while back when I first started talking about this, that I wasn't shocked by all of it. And of course, Diddy is not the only one. So, you got people stepping down from, these big companies and record execs and all. What's that guy? I forget the guy's name. The mayor. I think that he was the mayor. Was he of New York? What is that? Who it is? I forget his name. He got charges against him. It's a lot going on. There's a lot of people connected. That's all I can say on that. There's a lot of people connected, and there's a lot of people allegedly on those tapes, and they don't want their business to be put out in these streets. So they're saying Diddy has tapes of everybody. So, all types of people, all types of celebrities and everybody. So those people are probably concerned about that, maybe about them being exposed and whatever is happening on the tape shot. They got the Kardashians mixed in it, everybody. So I don't know what's going to happen with that, but I personally don't think he's getting out of jail. And there might be some more people who might end up being investigated as well. So that's just a tricky situation, but I'm not surprised. Well, I one bit. Eric Adams, thank you, UFO Kamikaze. Yes, Eric Adams. It's a lot going on. This is kind of scary, because this is one of those situations where you think, is something going to happen to Diddy? If he got all this information, even Jaguar Wright said that she has like tapes and she has recordings. I'm like, girl, you need to be careful, because she scares me. Because when you start talking about this kind of stuff, I just be worried for their safety, because you have to be careful. Because a lot of people don't want certain information to get out here, and you have to really be careful about how you're moving, where you're going, what you're doing, because, child, it's just a mess. And if these people are as bad as they're claiming, and they have people working for them, you really have to watch what you say and watch yourself. So, it's crazy. It really is. Tyson said, what about Clive Davis, Kevin Spacey, Charlie Sheen? A lot. It's a bunch of them. And it's not just Diddy, and it's not just the black ones. It's a lot of people who have done some shady stuff in that business. And it's almost like it's all, coming out. It's coming out. And so how much of it is going to come out, I don't know. But I just think that, it's a seedy business. It really is. It really is. And also Jaguar said too, that a lot of these people are covering up, have been covering this information up for a while. And I think they have. I think, this is not new to some of these folks. They know what was going on, but they refuse to talk about it. So none of these people are innocent in this situation. The same thing when it came to with R. Kelly. They said he was charged with racketeering, but if I'm not mistaken, isn't racketeering involves other people, right? Am I wrong, y'all? Let me know. Doesn't that involve others who helped him commit the alleged crimes? A racketeering charge is not just on one person, right? Let me know if I'm wrong. Isn't it others that are involved in that as well? So why aren't there other people, the other people who were involved who helped him to commit these alleged crimes? Why aren't they arrested as well? Or did they just want to get him? Like I say, there's a lot of questions that need to be asked. And of course, there are victims involved in these things, but there are also willing participants as well. But the focus should be on the victims, the people who, because my thing is this, they're talking about the Diddy parties, right? They're talking about the Diddy parties and how and who participated in all of this. My thing is this, of course, he threw these elaborate parties, but if you just went to the party and you were just having a good time and everybody was having a good time and nobody forced you to do anything or whatever, then I wouldn't fault you for going to the parties. But if you are part of they say the after party where the freaks come out, allegedly, I'm just saying, allegedly, the freaks come out after, and then they start bringing all kind of crazy stuff to it, and you in there forcing people to do. If you forcing people to do stuff, then you need to be held accountable. You need to be held accountable. But I think for people who just wanted to be in there and just be nasty and do whatever, and everybody's agreeing upon it, I don't think that that's a crime. Even no matter how nasty they might be, that's not a crime. But when you start people saying you forced them or you allegedly drugged them or did stuff like that, then that's the part that I think they need to be held accountable. You shouldn't be forcing to take they got enough freaks who would be willing to do whatever you want. But a lot of times they say in those circles, they want the people who don't want the hesitant ones. You want to get somebody who you know is a little apprehensive because you got a problem. So that's my problem. I think no, don't go after the person who's just there to just drink and have a good time. You want to go. You want to get the ones. You're not comfortable with just the ones who are ready to be freaky with you. They're too open. You want to go after the ones who are saying no, I don't want to do it. That's some sick stuff to me. It's like go after the younger underage or the one who's don't want to do it and just thought, oh, this just was a party I was just attending. I'm not trying to do all this extra, but that's the ones you want to force and make do it. That's where the problem comes in. And I just think that something's wrong with people in the head. You're twisted in the head if you're doing that, so that's just my take on it. A lot of these people they get a lot of perceived power, and they can do whatever they want, and they've gotten away with it, and it goes to their head, and they just think that they're invincible and they can do whatever they want to whoever they want to, and nobody's going to blink an eye, nobody's going to do anything. I don't like that. I really don't, because I don't like people trying to take advantage of folks. I'm like, look, if you got freaks that are willing, once again, who want to do it and they down for whatever, go with them. That's enough of them. Y'all can do whatever y'all want. They okay with it. But if it's people who say, nah, I don't want to do that, unsuspecting folks who don't know what's going on, who are not privy to this, and they just thought, oh, just an innocent part, leave them people alone. Leave whoever it is alone. Why do people like to force people into stuff, allegedly? It's beyond me. I don't understand that. I don't understand. What's going on? It's just me, Q. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. So it's just crazy to me. It really is. Tyson says black celebrities are never untouchable, just the white ones. Well, you know what? You might have a point there. Which is why I don't understand why the black ones think that they're safe. Why do you think you're safe? You think you try to do what these white people do, and they end up getting away with it, but they're gonna eventually get you first. As the black person, why would you subject yourself to it thinking that you're invincible when you know you're not? And they get caught up into that life in that world thinking that, oh, they can do what these other people doing. And then now you end up in jail and all the other ones still living their lives. I don't understand. R. Kelly, this Diddy, and any other ones. Y'all get caught up in that life and thinking that, oh, you can rock with these people because they let you experience that life for a while and make you help you and allow you to get comfortable, and then you start feeling like, oh yeah, because I'm Diddy or I'm whoever, and I run this city and I run this and I run that. You get caught up, and then now you in jail while everybody else who was probably right along with you doing some of the same stuff you're doing, but not the same skin tone as you, and they out living their lives, separating themselves from you like a mother, and they ain't even worried. This is why I think as black people, you should be smarter. That's just my thoughts. You should be smarter. You should understand that the same rules don't apply to you. You got to move differently. Don't subject yourself to this. Stop thinking that because you got some money and you're famous that you're invincible and that you can do like these other people do. Because you the one all y'all ninjas going to be in jail, and them people going to be out somewhere riding in their boats and having them a good old jolly good time still doing what they doing. So I just think as black people, we got to be smarter. You got to move a little differently. Like stop thinking that you're untouchable, because you're not. You're not. That's just my thoughts on it. And I'm always like, dang, I know it's tempting when you are exposed to that kind of money and that kind of perceived power, because that's what I call it. I don't think it's real power. And you can move the way you want, and with people start to do some strange things. And you give them that, entitlements or allow them to be able to do that. And then it's a rush that they get, and they think that they can do it, and it changes you or bring out who you already were. And I just think that's why the celebrity stuff is, it's just, I'm not impressed by it. Never have been. These are people just like everybody else. They just made some money or made some deals, and they became famous, and they're on TV. That's it. Celebrity is you being on TV. You made some deals to make some money because you got a talent or whatever it is. And that's just that. You're still human beings. And I don't like this type of God complex or this idea that you rule stuff and now you're a king and all this kind of stuff. I don't like it. I never have. And I've never been impressed by it. And I think that's how they get you. When you're impressed with the lifestyle, when you're impressed with, all what you see, that's how they reel you in and making you think that that's something that you should have or something that you should be a part of. Nah, I don't. And that's why I tell people, listen, that celebrity life, it ain't all what it's cracked up to be. Don't be impressed by what these people driving and they mansions. They got credit just like you. They go broke just like everybody else. It's just, it looks better. This is why you have women out here talking about, I'd rather cry from the Bentley. Why? Why would you rather cry at all? It's beyond me, and I don't think anybody should be impressed with that. Look, those men struggle with women too, and they get rejected too. But see, you're not going to show that, you don't, because you feel small. A lot of those men in that industry are very insecure, honestly. And I don't really use that word that much, like calling people insecure, but a lot of those men have issues. And then they get this money and this fame, and then they go to their head and they start thinking that they could just run things and control stuff, and that's just not. And then they start taking it too far. So that's why I say this celebrity stuff is for the birds, baby. You do not. I would not tell any young woman too. Don't be impressed by this stuff. This stuff, they go broke. They do. They're broke. Just look different. When they go broke, they're not necessarily homeless or got to live with people. And some of them have had to do that too. Don't be fooled. And I tell people, look, don't be fooled by what you see. It's all smoke and mirrors. They lose houses, they lose property, cars, all of that too. Because when a lot of these celebrities have gone broke. They have money when it was popping, and that money runs out because they spend it all trying to look a certain way or live a certain lifestyle, and then they don't have it. Then they're struggling and getting loans and all these things till that run out. So it is nothing to look at and glamorize, because it's not. It's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. And I think especially back in the day, a lot of young people were impressed by that, and they want to be a part of that. And then you get into it and it's not what you think. And then you find yourself in a precarious situation, either somebody trying to hump on you or, taking it from you, you know what I'm saying? Or something like that. And you realize what it really is. And then this is why you have people who look distraught, like Justin Bieber and others looking distraught because they know what they've been exposed to, what they been a part of, even though that's not what they went into. A lot of these people went into music to do music. They didn't go into it to end up walking out with a sore butt, if you catch my drift. They didn't go into it for that. They went into it for music, or same thing with the movie business, the casting couch. They didn't go into it for that. A lot of them, they went into it because they thought they had a talent and they wanted to make some money to help their families and get their families out the hood or whatever. They didn't go into it to have to line up and be, somebody's, some old man, slobbering over them or being with them intimately and sexually. They didn't sign up for that, but that's what it ended up being. And it's a lot of games being played in that business, and it's too much. It's too much. And I would advise anybody who, look, that's why look, do your own thing. If you do music, go independent. And I know a lot of people think that that's different now. You don't really need to go and sign with these people and do all that. You can do it yourself. So yeah, that business is not, and I don't think anybody should be rushing and thinking that it's such a glamorous life or looking for these people to do something for you, because if they do something for you, guess what? You got to do something for them. And if you ain't ready to do whatever it is that they trying to get you to do, baby, don't do it. I wonder if y'all seen all them clips of them guys coming out of the allegedly Diddy place, walking like they butt is sore. You know what I'm saying? Walking like, like they had a problem. It's like, what, child? I wouldn't trust it. Hit the like button, y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button. So the Diddy situation, I honestly don't think that he's getting out of jail. I think we're gonna see. I think he's gonna have a hard time with that. I just think, it's a hot mess, and there probably would be more that they're gonna investigate and try to get more. I don't know. Jay-Z could be next. I don't know, but child, it is what it is. Let's move on. Did y'all hear about this TikTok influencer? It's him right here. This young guy. He was arrested for the deletion of GAY therapist. This guy was a popular TikTok star on TikTok. I'm gonna try to pull up and show y'all. I'm gonna share my screen with you guys. And this young man was a TikToker, and he was arrested for the deletion of this therapist. Now they're saying the therapist is a GAY man, and they saw this guy. They had video of him allegedly running from the scene or whatever. They seen him at the scene, and now they've arrested him. So people are saying they're charging him with the deletion of this man, and everybody's wondering why. Like, what is there more to it? Because they're not really telling us much more. But there are people who are saying that this guy here, named William Abraham, is allegedly, they're saying allegedly was, had charges of some type of abuse, sexual abuse. I don't know if that's true because they're not talking about it, but people are saying that this man had charges against him. Now I don't know if he did something to the guy right here or not, but it's very unclear. This guy is only 20 years old. He's a TikTok influencer in Louisiana with over 66,000 followers. They arrested him for the brutal deletion of a therapist, according to the arrest warrant. But they're not giving any other information or whatever. His body was rolled up, wrapped in a blue tarp, and dumped on a rural highway about 15 miles south of Mississippi border on Sunday, September the 29th. Investigators from the Baton Rouge Police Department determined he died from blunt force trauma to the head sometime the day before at a different location. So they were saying his lifeless body was later transported from the scene. But everybody is still unclear as to why this happened. They're wondering if there was some other interaction with the guy for you to do something like that, dump his body and do all of that. I'm like, what is going on? And I hope he speaks out, because he's gonna go to jail if he doesn't. Like, what was the cause? What happened? Because it's very unclear and uncertain. And I'm wondering how somebody who comes from being a TikTok star and seemingly doing well just meet up with this guy. How did he know him? How did they meet up? What was the interaction? Did he already know him? Because they're not clear on this. And it's sad that this man is, passed away, but why did he just randomly pick him? What? I don't know. So I'm going to be following this because I'm interested to know what actually happened. I don't know. I'm nosy like that. I want to know what happened. I want to know, why did he choose him? Did he know him? What's going on? So this young guy, he remains in custody at the Dallas County Justice Center in Dallas. So I don't know. I don't know what else, if they're trying to find out if there was somebody else in connection, what the motive was. Because right now we don't know nothing. We don't know what the motive was. We don't know nothing. So I don't know. I don't know either, but I really want to find out. So we're going to move on. In other news, y'all, DDG and Halle Bailey split. People are talking about this. They're saying, which I really don't care, but my only thing I'm gonna say to this is, Duke says the therapist is not innocent. See, that's what I'm hearing. Duke. That's what I'm hearing, and I really want to know why. I want to know what's going on, because there's speculation out there. There are people who are talking about this, and this is why. And they're not talking. They're real hush hush on that end. So I want to know what's going on. I really want to know what's going on, because they're not saying that part, and I'm hearing other people saying some other stuff, but the news is not. We know the news a lot of times don't give you all of the information. They only give you what they want to give you. See what I'm saying? So that's crazy. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. But what do y'all think about DDG and Halle Bailey split? People are talking about that. Like I said, I really don't care. It's just part of the news. I've been seeing this going on all week. Allegedly, they broke up, and 1 minute they're saying she cheated, then they're saying he cheated. He posted something that I thought was weird regarding her, and I just thought I thought it was weird. He went on to say something. He talked about them breaking up, and then he was talking about her head game was whack, and I'm thinking, why would you put that out there? I didn't understand that part. But they broke up. I don't know who did what, but my thing is this: when I see people get together, and honestly, I wasn't shocked, because I think when you go into relationships for either the wrong reasons or whatever reasons, that's not for the right reasons, you end up breaking up. And then the fact that she's giving him a child is the part that I don't ever understand. Why would you give him a child and then y'all break up? Like, it's almost like, I think, and I know women do this, a lot of women tend to think that if I give him a child, that's going to make the relationship a lot better. And it really don't. You know what I mean? If that person is not in it for the right reasons, it's never going to make it right. And I don't know specifically why they broke up, but I know why. If you're skeptical about it, if you're not sure if a person is dating you or with you for the right reasons, I would think that you would be more cautious into making sure that you don't have a baby with these people, right? Because I know how women think, and I know women think, well, if I give him a baby, that's going to seal the deal. It's going to make him want to stay. We can work through it. But that does not make anybody stay. And then now you have baggage. Now you have a child. And, it could have been, I don't know who did what, because there's all this speculation. So I can't reasonably say, oh, he cheated on her and he did her dirty, or I don't know, so I got to be neutral about it, because I don't know. But what I'm saying is, as the woman, you would think that you would be more cautious about giving somebody a baby if you're not sure if this person is in it for the long run. That's why I think it's better to have that commitment there. And, I was wondering if when she had the baby, people were saying and speculating that they were already married, and they're not. So you're just a baby mama. So now you're a baby mama, and that's definitely going to affect your relationships going forward. And it's funny how people were saying that Chloe was the fast one, and Chloe just want to be out a 304 so bad, but Chloe doesn't have a baby. So that kind of, in my mind, puts her a little ahead of Halle, in my opinion. Because she doesn't have a child. So this woman has a little child, and now I'm pretty sure she wants to date furthermore, and it's gonna, usually you end up just dating and nothing really serious comes out of it. Hopefully it does, but you've just put yourself at a disadvantage. So I'm like, why can't you don't give somebody a baby if you're not sure they really want to be there? And to me, making a commitment to a person says a lot. Now, a lot of times that don't work out, but at least you're committed to at least trying and saying, hey, before we do this, we're going to do, take the right steps, as opposed to just jumping and getting a baby and boom, that's just me though. But other than that, child, I don't care. Child, and in other news, before we move on to the hyena news, Tia Mowry, child, Lord have mercy. She's still out here selling her divorce, child. She's still looking for a celebration and a graduation. I'm so tired of her. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I'm so tired of her talking. I'm so tired. So she got this show out, y'all, and she's out here talking about her divorce. I'm so goddamn tired of her. I'm not gonna even bullshit you. I'm so tired of her talking. Girl, just go sit down. Nobody signed up to hear you drag this divorce out like this. And like you the first person that got a divorce. I'm so goddamn tired of her. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I really am. And every time I see her talking, her and her sister are not on good terms. She said it. She said she wished she could pick up the phone and talk to her sister. Then she backtracked, and then she started saying, well, I didn't mean it. I was meaning, in the location wise, no, you're not. Cause you said, cause you don't need the location to pick up the phone and call the girl. You said you couldn't pick up the phone and call her. So that means y'all relationship is strained. That means y'all are not close. You said it right the first time. And okay, what? People are saying, oh, we're twins. I'm a twin, right? My sister, we're twins. Look, that don't have nothing to do with it. I'm gonna tell you the truth. All twins are. I'm close to my sister. Everybody just because you're a twin aren't close like that. I don't know why people are saying that. Look, if you got a close relationship with your sister, you have a close relationship. If somebody do something crazy and they keep doing something crazy and they break off, you go through phases. Y'all might fall out and y'all get back together. But the bottom line, you're family, so it shouldn't go too far. But her sister clearly said that she was selfish, and we can see how she moves with this divorce thing, that may be true, allegedly. So I'm just like, okay, it's not like she talked like she the first person to ever get a divorce, and then she crying in this show or documentary, whatever it is, talking about, I just want the mother and the father in a home. You had that. What was so bad about it? Because we still waiting to find out why did you really divorce this man? And how bad was it that y'all couldn't work it out? Because you're going on a press tour constantly talking about it, but you're giving us no clear reasons as to why you left him and what was so bad about Corey that would cause you to break your happy home up that you seeming like you wanted and you liked, but you crying about that, crying about being single. Now she putting dating on pause. Girl, you should have never started, because now you see ain't nothing out there. Then allegedly they're talking about, oh, she might go the other way. I don't know if y'all heard that. They're saying she might go the other way. I don't know, and that's her alleged secret. I don't know, child. Girl, just let it out. You're talking about everything else. If you playing for the other team, just say it. It's acceptable these days, and then maybe we'll understand that it wasn't Corey's fault. You just was never really into him because you shooting for the other team. Just say that. If that's allegedly what's going on, I'm just saying. And then you can move on and stop trying to drag this man and make it seem like it was his fault, but you have no real explanation as to what his fault was and what he did wrong. Because it's not him, it's you. And even the relationship with her sister, allegedly going bad, shows again that you were the problem, not your sister and not your ex-husband. It's you. You're doing you. You want to do what you want to do, and that's fine. But why are you crying after the fact as if she talking like he just up and left her? You know how they say back in the day the man would go to the store to get milk and he never came back? She acting like that's what happened. She acting like the man, like Corey went to the store for milk and never came back, and then she wondering what happened. That's how she acted, like he did something so dirty to her, and she making it seem like she wanted the relationship and the family, and he broke it up. But she the one filed for divorce. He didn't want the divorce. She did, but she making it, trying to twist it like we stupid or something, like we don't see that. Girl, you broke your own home up, and now you crying like he did something to you. It's insane to me. But that's what she's doing. They got a whole show to talk about it, girl. Nobody really want to see her dating process. I don't know if that's going to happen. Nobody really want to see that. She already talked about dating somebody with a goal, and she didn't like it, gold teeth, and she didn't like that. And so maybe they'll show that in the show, but I'm certainly not watching it, and I'm not interested in seeing that because it's just ridiculous. I mean, come on now. You're not the first person to get a divorce, and you won't be the last. So that shouldn't, because she has, in my opinion, and listen, I used to like Tia, but in my opinion, it seems like that's the only thing that she has going is her divorce. There's nothing else to talk about without that. And even they're allegedly saying the sister is saying, stop using my name for clout, Tia. Stop putting me into this tomorrow. We're not close so you can have a storyline, child. It's a mess, but it is what it is. This is celebrity and TV. This is what it is. So, shout out to her. I'm not mad at her making her decisions or whatever, but it's like she's grasping at straws. She's trying to create a narrative, trying to create some type of attention. And I could see that when she first got divorced. That girl, what's her name? Smollett, Journey Smollett got a divorce too. But did y'all even know that? how many of y'all knew that Journey, Jussie Smollett's sister Journey? Do y'all know that she was married and she got a divorce? Did anybody know that? Because she got a divorce and nobody knew. And they have a child together and nobody knew. It was a shock to me when I found out that she wasn't married anymore, because she didn't go on thought her divorce was a celebration and a graduation. She didn't do that. As if a divorce is a celebration. And anybody who loved the person that they were with and has a family with that person, they're not going out saying that this is a celebration and a graduation. It's not a fun thing to go through. So why is she making it seem like that? And I've gone through my journey and I've got 2 kids and that's all I wanted and now I'm done. That's what it sounds like to me. Like you used the man to get children out of him and then you left him and now you're celebrating because that's all you wanted, in my opinion. And this man over here talking about he crying and hurt because he wanted his family. It's insane to me. Successful MD, thank you for the super chat, says those men realized it was the milkman's baby. Okay. It's just insanity to me, y'all. All of this stuff is just a hot mess. I said it before, child. We are in an alternate universe. For real. That's how I see it. Yeah, hell, shoot. I forgot. Kevin says, what? I forgot Juicy had a sister. Well, I mean, listen, the sister came first, if I'm not mistaken. She was famous before he was. Remember Journey? She was in that movie. I forget what was the movie she was in, y'all? Lord, she was a child star. So she's been acting. I've known her before I known Juicy. But child, it's just a mess. So Tia in her foolishness, I hope she leaves Samara out of it. Let Samara live her life. She seems to be happy with her husband and her family, whatever. And Tia just out here on this journey and a celebration and a graduation. And at the end of it, there's a prize. And what's the prize, girl? So anyway, yeah, she's a mess to me. Mr. Chevy said Cat Williams told everybody. Hold on, let me pull that up. Cat Williams told everybody to say no. He sure did. Don't agree to terms, and then when you regret it, say they took advantage. Oh, child. Yep. So yeah, Tamara is saying, child, leave me out of this. Tia, you do you. Don't drag me into your BS. Don't use me as a storyline. Go ahead, be single, get your graduation and your celebration, live your life, and leave everybody else out of it. Stop using Corey. Stop saying, this and that. No, just say you wanted a divorce and now you're single and now you want a relationship, child. Because you didn't really know what you wanted. But it is what it is. All right, let's move on. So we're gonna pull up the hyena. It's hyena time, y'all. So we got another reaction that I want to pull up. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button, hit the like button. So here we go. I don't know if you guys have seen this one already, but definitely chime in. I want to hear your thoughts. Here we go.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hi.
You got a flashlight or something?
Yes, I do.
I want to say, you is the best light I ever seen in a car, girl. Is your name Alexis?
Yes.
Okay. Alexis, where you calling us from?
Washington, D.C.
DC. I had so much fun in DC, child. How old are you, Alexis?
28.
28. What you do for a living?
I have 3 jobs. My main job is I'm a cloud professional. I also a cloud professional, so I'm in tech.
Okay.
I also work as a waitress, and I also own my own apartment building. So I own multiple Airbnbs.
You own and what else? You said you own Wendy's too?
I own my own apartment building.
Oh, okay. And you waitress. So 3 jobs. You work in tech. You say you do cloud what?
I'm a cloud engineer.
Engineer. Okay. Okay. Alexis, DC 28. You have any kids?
Nope.
No kids. What's your zodiac sign?
Capricorn.
Capricorn. You ever been married?
Nope.
Okay.
Do y'all know what a cloud engineer does? Don't engineers make good money? Successful MD says Tia is on a avoid reality marathon that is useless. She avoid reality marathon for sure. Yeah, because she want people to to believe what she's saying, and nobody cares. Nobody really cares. Outside of this divorce, she keeps touting and talking about her being single. Nobody really cares. That's all she has. And that's just the truth. Thank you for the super chat, Successful MD. So this woman says she's a cloud engineer and she does some other stuff too. She owns something, whatever, all these jobs. But why don't you, if you have one good job that pays you good, really good money, you don't need all that extra stuff in my opinion. I'm just saying. And before I get into it, we're gonna play some more, but because we've confirmed that a lot of people that go on these shows be lying straight up. They be lying, trying to look great and all of that, but we know that in a lot of this be a lot of falsehoods that they're telling. I'm just saying. What's going on to avenge the ancestors? How are you? Let's continue.
Let's do it. We got Alexis, DC, 28, no kids. She has 3 jobs, cloud engineer. She's a waitress, also owns her own apartment building. What kind of man you looking for? She's a Capricorn too. What kind of man you looking for, girl?
I want a man that's a provider. I want a traditional man in a sense. So I want a man that pays the bills. I want a man that leads the household. If we're moving. I just want a man's man. I also want somebody who likes to travel. I travel a lot, maybe 10 international countries a year. You don't have to travel as much, but just have an interest in traveling. I also want a man that's extremely honest. I mean, I feel like some people tell little white lies because they don't want to hurt your feelings or whatever the case may be. I'm very blunt, and I think I would want that kind of partner in return, someone who can be as transparent with me as I am with them.
That's a lie. And that's another thing too. A lot of women say that. A lot of women say, oh, they want somebody to be as transparent. You're lying. That's a lie. That's a lie. No, you don't. Because the minute a man tell you the truth and it's not what you already believe or think about yourself, you're going to get mad. And you're going to contradict what he's telling you. Women lie about that. They don't want you to. They want you to lie. They want you to tell them what they want to hear. They're not really prepared for the honest truth because, they already have this perception of what they think they are and how they think they are. And the minute you tell them something that contradicts what they already believe themselves to be, they're going to get highly pissed off. And they're going to call you a liar, and then they're going to turn it on you. Women don't really be prepared for the truth. You want the truth to be, that's why they come up with this, your truth. It's my truth. And my truth is that you have your truth and I have my truth. And then we have the truth. No, the truth is just what the truth is. It is what it is. Either you're a liar or you're not. But in your mind, you're going to tell yourself you're not. And so the minute somebody call you out and is real blunt about it and tell, you're going to call them sassy. Men can't even go on that Pop the Balloon show and tell the truth of what they think about the women because the women going to tell them, you're doing too much. You're doing too much. You're sassy. You're this, you're that. I can see already you're going to argue with a woman. No, because you don't want to accept the truth. They telling you what they thoughts are and what they feel, but you want them to see something different. So no, they're not ready for the truth. Successful MD, thank you for the super chat. Says custodians and janitors are engineers too. Clout liar. Yeah, they don't. Thank you for the super chat. Successful MD. They don't want to hear the truth, child. They want the truth as long as it makes sense to them, and as long as the truth makes them feel good. They're not ready for it. That's why accountability is so hard to get out of a lot of women because you hate the truth because it's not what you think or what you've perceived of yourself. That's like saying you're not fat. You're not fat. I'm fluffy. No, you're fat. That's fat inside your body, and the fat is getting bigger and bigger and bigger as what shows why you're so big. You're so big. You got a big back because you like to eat. So that's fat in your back. That ain't fluff. It's fat. So you don't want to call it what it is because you can't accept accountability. You can't accept bluntness. That's a lie. Just be real, and that's the problem. No, fluffy is not fat. Fat is fat. If you look at the fat in your body, it look like fat. And that's what's around your midsection, on your back, on your arms, on your legs, all around, in your face, in your neck, all of it. It's fat. I have fat. We all got fat. And if I keep eating more and more, I'm going to get fatter because that's the fat in my body getting bigger. Yeah. Stop saying, I'm fluffy and I'm big bone. No, your bones are the same size, boo. The fat around your bones is the problem. Your bones did not get larger. They did not. The bones are still your bones. Your bones are hurting and frail because it's too much fat on the bones. So you can't call that fluff. It's fat. Call it what it is. But the reason why they do that is because they don't want to accept accountability. You don't want to accept a thing for what it is when it comes to you. No. Slide away from the table and exercise so you can start releasing some of that fat. It ain't fluff, it's fat. Big bag. Bottom line. Let's continue.
And I guess let somebody romantic. I have not really had as much luck finding people who like to please. So I would like to find someone that's similar to what I can provide to somebody else.
Okay. What are your deal breakers?
Broke.
I'm sorry.
I'm pretty open. I know you can't have it all. So I don't care if you're that tall. As long as you 5'5", 5'6" or taller. I don't care if you're fat, skinny, short. You can't have it all. Looks, I'm willing to settle on. I cannot settle on what you bring to the table financially, and I cannot settle on too many kids. I can't do more than 2, and your kids cannot be under 10. Oh, and then anyone that's not ambitious. Like recently I matched with a doctor on a dating app, and I was just like, I said, what do you do? He's like, I'm a doctor. And he was just like, I was like, okay, so what's your goals? He was just like, oh no, I kind of blocked you because like, what do you mean what's my goals? Is a doctor not enough? I don't want somebody who's content with where they are. A doctor is being a doctor is amazing. I understand what you guys go through to get there, but why can't you want more? I guess.
Okay, so that's what everybody was talking about. So you gotta does she know what it takes to become a doctor and how much school you have to attend and all the stuff that you have to do, and that's not enough? So a doctor who's what all he has to go through and what he had to go through to get there, that wasn't a bit ambitious enough for you to be with a man who he had to have ambition to be able to go through what's needed to be a doctor, and that's just not enough. So now he's so my question would be, what else would you want him to do? What do you want to do? Go to more schooling to do something else? So he's a doctor. So him being ambitious to her would mean what? You want him to constantly go to school like a lot of these unhealed women do? You want him to go to school to be something else? Oh, then that's going to show that he's ambitious to you. He's going to go and get more loans or whatever and pay for more schooling to make you feel like he's ambitious enough. When he's worked hard as hell to get to where he is and he's working and doing what he wants to do and he's successful, that's not enough. This is why I say these women are delusional. There is a mental block somewhere in their heads. I swear to God. There's a mental block. I'm telling y'all, there's a mental block. It's like they're repeating things that just don't make any sense. They don't make any sense. And they're telling they're telling each other this. Oh, well, girl, you got a doctor, girl. He a doctor. Ooh, all right, girl. But he got to be ambitious. I need him to do more. I spoke on think that I'm just work and never get to a place of being comfortable and enjoying the fruits of his labor. I told y'all these women want men to work until they dead. This ambitious stuff is ridiculous. Now, a doctor who's been to all this schooling to become that's not ambitious enough for him. You want him to constantly reach for what stars? What stars are you looking for him to reach for? Because he's already ascended to where he wants to be, and that's not good enough. You still want him to, because you don't feel that what he's doing is ambitious enough for you. But so what else would you want to do? I wish Kendra would ask her. Okay, so he's a doctor. What else would you want him to do? You want him to go and get another doctorate and keep going to school and get a PhD and keep going? That's because that's what they do. Because they're not focused. They're not comfortable. They're not at peace with their lives. So they like to feel, oh, I got to keep doing something. I got to keep moving. I got to keep doing something. That don't mean everybody else has to do that. That don't mean that everybody else is mentally challenged to the point where they got to keep going. No, some people are focused on what they wanted and they reach their goals and they're there. And they're content and they're happy with what they make. They're happy with they like their job. They like what they do. They like the money that they make. Why do they have to keep on going to make you feel like they're ambitious? That's a mental block, in my opinion. That's a hot mess. It really is. Successful MD says she sounds like Brittany rent her. Right. It's crazy. Well, Brittany Renner, she's struggling now too, from what I'm hearing. She ain't able to make no money out here in these streets, child. Thank you once again, Successful MD. But this is the insanity that a lot of these women have, and this is what they speak, and it just doesn't make any sense. You want to, a lot of men are in the careers that they want to be in. They make the money they want to make. They know how to budget. They know how to invest. They know how to do whatever it is you do with your money. They're comfortable. They live in their good life. They live in their life how they want to live it. But these women, that's why I say a lot of women come in and disrupt a lot of these men's lives. You think, a woman's supposed to be an asset to your life, but in many of these cases these days, these women aren't assets. They're a hindrance. That's what they are. They're coming in to destroy, take what you have and turn it into a mess if you let them. They're not there to add to your life and help, build and give you more comfort, being there and supportive and just loving and those basic things. They're there to take and destroy what you got going on and then blame you. And this is why a lot of men aren't trying to go these women's way anymore. This is why, they're having events out here for, this lady talked about Kendra G's meet and mingle. And they were saying allegedly there weren't very many men in one of the places she gave it, because a lot of these men aren't trying to date these types of women that are out there. They've seen enough and they've moved on. I have this video that I'm gonna do a reaction to really soon, where this woman is talking about men not coming to these meet and greets or whatever these things they haven't going on, these brunches and stuff. These men don't want it. They've done. They've seen enough. And y'all got to do more to repair y'all image. Y'all, as the women in this, are going to have to do more to repair your image, and make men believe that y'all are changed or that there's hope for a relationship, because what y'all put out there is very damaging. And a lot of men don't want to have no parts of it. And now they're complaining. But y'all created the mess. Y'all the one went out on social media and told these men they're dusters and we don't want you and you got to make 6 figures and all this. So what do you think these men are saying? Well, okay, we ain't good enough for you. Okay, well, all right, I'm going to go my own way. Now come on, come to the brunches, come to the mingles, come meet us. The hell? No. Let's continue.
Me having 3 jobs shows you that I'm never comfortable with being in one place.
Not be
3 jobs and not being comfortable in one place. That is not a flex. Who thinks that's a flex? Girl, you got to be tripping, child. Who in their right mind want to work 3 goddamn jobs? I know I wouldn't. Who want to work 3 jobs and you're not comfortable in one place? That's I want to be comfortable in one place. What the hell? I think that's the problem. Who told these women that you're supposed to be running, going? Like, what the hell? That's not a flex, boo. Being comfortable in one place is better than you talking about, oh, you're not comfortable in one place and you're not content. That's a problem. That sounds like a red goddamn flag to me. That ain't a flex, working 3 damn jobs. You ain't got time to date. You don't have time for yourself. You got 3 jobs. Who, as a woman, anybody want to be out here working? I know I don't. I like to get my rest. I want to lay down and watch a movie and be comfortable. I don't want to have to jump up and go to 3 jobs all damn day and not have time to do anything else. That is not a flex. Somebody need to tell them that is not a flexible. It's really not. Let's continue.
He need to run for the president. He's already a surgeon, and that ain't enough for you.
It's not a money thing more, so I guess it's an ambition thing. Yeah.
Well, let's start a couple things. I mean, I cracked up when you said broke. I don't know, the way you said it was just funny. What is broke to you?
Broke to me is living check to check. I try to live it where 10% of my income is spent on expenses and bills. If you out here, 70% of your income goes towards your expenses, you're not somebody I want to talk to, because you're living way beyond your means. I don't care if you're cheap. I don't care if You like, you know what? We can't go out this weekend because I need to save up some money. I need somebody that's fiscally responsible. Broke is broke. Like, you can't afford your car note. I had a guy's car get repo from my house. No, I don't deal with those kind of people. Broke is broke.
Is there a dollar amount to broke for you?
Ideally, I want somebody that makes more than me, so at least 200 or more.
Okay. So 100K to you would be not enough.
No. Mm-mm.
No. Okay. So
Now, somebody said, I saw in the comments, somebody in the, like, I think Kendra comments, somebody said they know this girl. They said, they claim that they know her. And it's like, she don't do all that. They said she lying. Somebody said they know her and said she's allegedly lying. Now, child, look, I've seen other people come out and said they knew the person and that the woman was lying too. So, child, I mean, I don't know her. I don't know nothing, but that person said they knew her and that she was lying, child. I wouldn't be surprised, but it is what it is. Let's continue.
200K or more. Ooh, child. Okay. So we got there early. Should he look a certain way?
No, I told you, physically, I don't really care. It looks fade. So, in 20, 30, 40 years, you're not gonna look the way you did when I met you. So why do I care if you Denzel Washington? I'm okay. As long as you don't have too many tattoos on your face, we all good to go.
Okay. We gotta do the Kendra cam. I know you in the car, but we gotta do the Kendra cam.
All right, hold on. 'Cause
Oh, it's dark. I feel like you have a nice shade. Okay. But it's dark. It's hard to see you. Ooh. I can't hear you, baby. We can't hear you, boo.
Oh yeah, so she was trying to, she wanted us to see that BBL, honey. Child, she really wanted us to see that BBL. And you know, the BBLs are so obvious because they don't match. The thighs don't match, child. The thighs don't match. Well, they don't match. These BBLs killing y'all. Ooh. And the thighs don't match, child. It don't match. So, I mean, it's very obvious, you know, and I mean, they be wanting you to see it like it look good. I mean, that junk look crazy. For real. I'm always like this. If you get enhancements, make them look natural. Like, make it look where it matches. You know, do the doctors tell them, hey, it don't match? Or maybe you should go subtle. You know, give you a little lift, a little this, a little that, make it look like it's normal, like it's natural. We could clearly see when it's BBLs because it don't look natural. It don't look natural. We could see it and it just look weird. It's big on the side and the legs are small. It don't go. It don't go. It don't go together. It don't. Let's continue.
Ooh, she wants us to see this body.
sorry. Yeah.
All right. Okay, yeah, you was walking and then
Yeah.
okay, what you got home?
No, I'm at work.
You were going to work.
Yes.
All right. Let's do it. Now the last question I asked you, we did the Kendra Kim.
Yes.
Okay. So after the Kendra Kim, okay. When was your last relationship?
11 years
Wait,
ago.
you want to do the Kendra Kim now with some light?
Yeah, besides the trollers and the internet. Hold on. Can you do me a favor? Can you hold the phone real quick?
Okay, we see you. All right. If you just tuning in, this is Alexa.
Baby, you know, those the BBLs look like we wearing a diaper. You know, it really look like you got a diaper on. It really do. That's why they call them diaper booties. It really look like a diaper booty. It really do. I mean, it just look like you wearing a big grown diaper. and you put your pants over that diaper, and it's exactly what it looks like. It looked like a diaper booty. That don't look good. I wouldn't want to walk around with a big diaper booty. What the hell? Baby, child, but they think that look good. And where they girlfriends at? All these sisterhoods and all. Why y'all don't tell these girls, girl, that look a hot mess? Don't do it. Don't do it. Where the sisterhood at? Why y'all don't tell y'all girlfriends, don't do that. Y'all just let them do it, and then y'all laughing behind their back, snickering and laughing behind their back, because that don't look right. Lord, y'all pay all that. I know them people sitting back laughing like, oh my God, we got these. Ooh, they gonna pay all this money to look like that?
DC, 28 Capricorn, no kids. A mom, yeah. You mom to 3?
No, I have no children.
I'm sorry, that's the wrong person. What's your name again?
Alexis.
Yeah, I have you right.
No kids.
Oh, 3 jobs. I'm sorry.
3 jobs.
Here we go. All right, I said 3. Mom said 3. It's 3 jobs. All right, you just put in. Here we go. We have Alexis, DC, 28 Capricorn. She has no kids. Has 3 jobs. Cloud engineer, a waitress, owns her own apartment building. You said correct or?
Yes, that's correct.
No broke men. She made that clear. 200K is the preference. 100K is not enough.
Nope.
Okay. Now, when was your last relationship, Alexis?
11 years ago.
11? You've been single for 11 years?
Girl, why? I mean, we can see why, but 11 years? So she hasn't been in a relationship in 11 years? That's a red flag. Why haven't you haven't had a man to want to commit to you and be with you and care about you in 11 years? That says a lot, in my opinion. I mean, and where you look at, like, what was going on? I want to hear her explanation, because that's a long time. That's a long time. So what's the problem? What's wrong? What's wrong with you? Just saying. Let's continue.
You know how people go relationship to relationship to relationship? I kind of feel like that's what dating should be for. Like when I meet people and they be like, well, why are you and your ex break up? Well, it just didn't work out.
Be 11. If you go relationship to relationship, that means the last one wouldn't have been 11 years.
No. I'm speaking on other people, what they did.
Okay.
This is why I don't do it. I think dating should be the time when you're getting to know somebody. You're trying to figure out the red flags. If you're willing to accept those red flags, if you're willing to accept every part of them. When I get in the next relationship, I want it to be somebody I'm willing to marry. And I don't see why that needs to be rushed. So.
Okay, I have a question. In those 11 years, are you having sex?
Yes, I've dated people exclusively. I just haven't gotten to the point where I wanted to make them my boyfriend.
Okay, so
Wait. So she says she's dated men exclusively, but she got to the point where she didn't want to make them her boyfriend and they were having sex. So see, that's why I think a lot of women mess up. You dated somebody exclusively, you were having sex with them, but y'all was just it was just a transactional situationship. It wasn't you dating them, you sleeping with them, but y'all not really together. So that's just a transaction. So he's really not your boyfriend, but or your man, but you're giving him your body, and then you saying you don't want to make them. Maybe they don't want to make you their girlfriends. How about that? See, this is what a lot of women tend to do: switch it up and say, "Oh, well, I didn't want to make him my." No, he has to make that decision, boo. Because if you're giving him your body, you must like him. You must like him enough for you to be sleeping with him. So maybe he decided that he got what he wanted from you and he doesn't want to make you exclusive to him. How about that? I think a lot of times they're flipping it around because they don't want to make themselves look bad. No, he has to decide if he want to make you exclusive and make you his girlfriend, wife, or whatever. But clearly he didn't want to do that. But because you gave him what he wanted, you was giving him your body, playing around. It was a transactional situationship, and that was just it. And so it says that a lot of these men are not taking you seriously. And that's a you problem. That's something that you have to find out and figure out for yourself and make some changes so that you don't allow yourself to be somebody's play toy. Because that seems to be what it is. And that's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's from what she's saying. That's what I'm getting from that, in my opinion. That these guys were just your play toys and they didn't take you seriously. And women think it's, it looks better when they say, oh, I was just, these guys, I didn't want to make them exclusive, but you're giving them your body. So that doesn't make you look good either. That makes you look like somebody's play toy that you're willing to have sex with, give them your body in an intimate way, but you're not looking to have anything serious with them, makes you look bad as well. Just saying, actually makes you look worse. Because it says you don't really have a lot of respect for your body, that you'll give it to somebody that you're not even serious about being in a real serious committed relationship with. So that's where women need to change. Stop doing that. Doesn't make you look good. Let's continue.
Dating exclusively means neither one of you guys date other people.
Correct.
So help me understand. Maybe I'm ignorant. Why would that not be a relationship if you're both just seeing each other?
I can still text other people. I just choose not. I can still go on a dates with other people. I just choose not to. And sometimes depends on who I'm dating. Some people I'll still date other people. Go out for a few dates. I'm just not actively sleeping with anyone else because I prefer to sleep with one person at a time.
Okay.
So I guess that's the difference. I don't answer to anybody.
Okay.
If I want to meet somebody, get their number, I can. I'm still single.
Okay. And
you can too.
Okay. So my assumption is, because I know you have a high salary request, do all these men meet your 200K requirement?
Yes. It's
Okay.
pretty normal though in DC. DC incomes are higher, and I'm in tech, so everyone in my field pretty much makes at least 150 or higher.
This is true. Now I want to ask this question. But you also said that these dating experiences never grew to a committed relationship. Why not?
I think because I feel like the dating pool has a little bit of pee in it, and I feel like sometimes people like to ignore.
Look, if it got pee in it, because y'all pissing in it. That's why. It ain't, you say that as if that's all on the men. No, it's got pee in it because y'all pissing in it. Y'all pissing in it. Y'all messing it up. That's what it is, and you're not realizing it because you don't take any accountability. You don't see yourself. If it got piss in it, child, it's coming from y'all. Y'all pissing in it too. So hell, stop saying that. I want them to stop saying that, because we looking at you and we saying, yeah, you open your legs and you pissing in it. That's why. Come on now. It ain't just all on the men. Y'all got to get y'all stuff together too. Let's continue.
No red flags, and I've ignored a few. I'll get with somebody and sexually it's not cutting it for me, and I'll keep dating them knowing I wouldn't marry this person, or it'll be something where I've dated people who were financially not on the same page as me, trying to help them. So I've helped them get new jobs. I'll do resumes, help them do interviews. And then I realized that some people just aren't meant to make a lot of money. I help them get these jobs, and then all of a sudden they start acting funny. I I just feel like you have to be aligned. And I haven't really felt anybody that was I haven't really met anyone that I was on the same page with. But I'm patient. So I've just been traveling and doing me. I'm not hurt. But I guess that's the reason why it's so easy for me to do the non-committed thing. Because I would be a little bit more offended if these are my boyfriends. These are not my boyfriends. They are people I've enjoyed for the season, and I'm moving on.
Now let me ask you this, because there's some women who enjoy dating the way you date, don't necessarily really have a goal of marriage or a committed relationship with one person. Do you feel as though is that your goal? Like, do you want to be married? I mean, it's not a bad thing if you don't, but I'm just curious because it seems like you rather just continue to date instead of locking in with one person.
No, I would like to lock in one person. I just don't want to settle. I'm not gonna like I've met amazing men who just didn't meet my income requirements. I got too many goals I have for myself to be with somebody that I have to build up, or who just comfortable being where they are. I want something serious, but I don't want to settle. Like,
So settling to you is being in a committed relationship with a man that makes less than 200K?
settling for me is being with somebody that put their hands on you, being someone that lies to you, being someone who has too many kids, being with anybody who isn't on the same page as you. And that's just not for me. That's for men too. I'm not asking you to settle. Like, I've had men not be interested because I wear makeup or I wear wigs. Everybody has their own preference. Settling for me is just not, you're not meeting my non-negotiables. You're not doing what your career isn't where it needs to be, or you got too many kids, or you lie too much, or you don't want to travel. The last guy I dated long term didn't want to travel internationally at all. Vacation to him is like going to Florida. And I like to go around the world. I don't think there's nothing wrong with wanting somebody who wants to travel too.
I will say this, and I think everybody has a preference, and I think women have, forgotten that men have a preference as well. And so at least she knows that, and I think the guys that she preferred didn't prefer her, and I think she's using the way she's dating, and this just is my opinion, using the way she's dating as a protective measure, to protect her heart and her feelings. Because she knows the guys that she's probably going after don't really take her serious. And that's what she's experienced. That's probably why she's been single for 11 years. So she chooses to date somebody, what she claims to be exclusively, but just date them. She's having sex with them, with that person, but nothing ever comes of it because the guys are not, they may be her type, but she's not their type. And I think, a lot of times women say they will not settle and for the, but the guys they want don't want to settle for them. And I think you have to understand women talk as if the relationships are all, determined by them. Of course, if somebody approaches you and want to date you, you have to accept it. Of course, you have to say, yes, I want to date you. Yes, I want to marry you. Yes, or whatever. But they first have to ask, and they have to want to see you in that way. If a man doesn't see you as relationship material or marriage material, he's not going to pursue you in that manner. And if you're willing to sleep with him, of course he's going to take the sex from you, and that's all it's going to be about. And that's what it sounds like in her situations. In her situation, she is meeting guys that she may be interested in, but she don't want to. But she's sleeping with them, but they're not taking her seriously. Men control that. You control access to your bodies, of course, and they control who they want to date, who they want to marry. That's it. They talk. Women seem to talk as if they're the ones making the decisions. If they're the ones who's asking, and and they're the ones who's saying, getting you to marry. No, that's not in your control. And so a lot of women feel hurt and betrayed because they've given their bodies and given chances to guys who really didn't want them. That sounds like part of what she's gone through. And so, anytime I hear a woman who says she doesn't want a man who puts his hands on that, you may have experienced that. And I think, unfortunately, those guys who were doing that didn't take her seriously. That's why they either treated her badly, did her dirty or something. Because she does seem broken. Successful MD says, sounds like she's broken, broke, and bewildered. And that could be the case. Thank you for the super chat, Successful MD. She does sound broken. Like she's been through some things with the wrong type of guys, and now she just don't know, what to do. And there are a lot of women like that, but you keep going after the same types of guys. If you're only focused on a guy, meeting your so-called standards on things that don't really matter, you're going to keep running into the same type of guys. Women have to really look at what's most important. Is traveling that important to you? Is them making more money to you that important to you? Versus a guy who actually cares about you and is willing to marry you and love you and cherish you and be with you, and you guys could travel together, but that's not something he wants to do all the time, but he'll do it because he loves you, compromising. The focus is on the wrong things. I don't know how many times I have to say it. The focus is on the wrong things. Listen, I give these examples because people need to know my husband traveled the world. Right? He's traveled. He's well traveled. He's been to a lot of places. I, on the other hand, have not, because I don't like traveling like that. Now, does it mean that, we don't travel anywhere? No. It means that, hey, if he wants to go somewhere and travel and we're doing it together, I'm all for it. But do I like to travel every weekend, every month? No, I do not. And he's fine with that. It's not, and it doesn't mean that he just jumps up and goes and no, we'll do things together, but he understands it's a compromise. And he's traveled like years, over the years, he's been to a lot of places, but I have not. And he knows, very aware that I don't like to travel like that. I like to be at home. I'm more of a homebody. Do I like to go places? Yes. Do we go places? Yes. But he knows that I'm not going to want to travel every month. Let's just jump and go every time you look. Let's jump. No. So it's you got to understand but that's not a deal. That wasn't a deal breaker. That's not like, oh, well, no, I don't want to be with this woman because she don't want to travel with me every week, every month, no, that's dumb. Those things don't really matter. You need to focus on the things that really matter in a relationship. And the things that a lot of these women mark or put as their deal breakers are things that don't really matter. Really, honestly, it don't matter. That's not something that matters in a relationship, child. And I really wish they would hear this and listen to it, because you would find, you might be able to find she has no kids, so that she doesn't have children already. She, a few tweaks or just changing a few things could get you a decent guy. But you're focused on the wrong things. None of that matter. And that's why they keep running into the wrong types of guys, and that's why they'll continue to be single complaining. Let's continue.
It's small things. And those small things usually is what it
That's
disconnects.
not okay. Hold on, let me jump in. These are not small things. I think this is where it's not a small thing, honey. And also, I'm not God. I'm gonna start off before I start. Let me say I'm not God. So I can never say absolute anything. But you do have to understand the man that you're describing is a 1% man that can make the salary requirement, could afford to travel around this world, could give you great sex. I think you had a kid requirement.
No more than 2 children.
Okay, no more. You did now. You don't have an attraction requirement. So that's a grace area. So he can have the income and not the money, but he still got to have good sex. So I'm gonna assume that whatever. We'll leave it there.
I can settle on that too. I'm be honest. In today's generation, I can settle with that.
The sex.
I can settle with that too.
Okay, so you're willing to settle in the area. So really for you, so now let's just go to the commitment. So you just want this man that makes this requirement to be exclusively committed to you as well, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And someone thoughtful, someone caring.
Okay. And although you've dated these men, you just never been in a committed relationship with one.
Correct.
So just hypothetical. Let's just say your experience will always just be dating. Like you get these men who meet your wonderful requirements that you can date for a period of time. And then after a while, you learn for whatever reason, it's not going to grow to the committed relationship. And then you go on to the next man that meets all those requirements. Are you fine with that? Or does having a husband and having a family, is that important to you?
Having a family is important to me. So ideally, that's why I'm pretty focused. I don't really waste my time on people that I feel like it won't be long term. I'm quick to cut somebody off because I don't want to waste your time and I don't want to waste my time. So I know what I want. So I won't even let it get to the first date if we're not on the same page. I don't need to waste your money, waste your time. So
Right.
that's how I look at it.
I think women because you say you date these men, so I'm gonna put you in this category. Women who get to date men who make high salaries, it's like a gift and a curse. Because, like, I'll give an example. I met this young lady. I mean, gorgeous. She was freaking gorgeous. And when I was in Atlanta at iFest, there was a private dinner, and she was talking to me. She's like, I want to be in a relationship. She was 26. I mean, she was drop dead gorgeous. And she was saying she was currently dating a guy in France, and he flies her to France once a month. And I'm like, girlfriend, it is going to be so hard for a regular guy to date you because you're used to people flying you to France. Once a month. That's going to be.
Well, and not only that, Kendra, good point, but not only that, he's just playing with her. He's just getting what he want out of her, giving her showing her the good life while he's, getting what he wants sexually out of her, showing her right, then send her back to where she came from. And this is how these women get pumped and dumped. And this is why they get used, and then they go cry and complain about it. But you put yourself in that position, And I just once again, I'll say the expectations, the things that they're focused on are the things that don't matter. I'll say that. And that's what they can't get past them not settling. I would not settle. It's like their robot's been programmed to think you should not settle. You should not settle. And you're not, it ain't gonna be nothing for you to settle for. There's not gonna be nobody's there wanting you. So you gonna run out of options. Successful MD, thank you for the super chat. Says congrats to you and Brother P on your anniversary. Says thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for mentioning that. Yeah, our anniversary just passed. That's partly why I was off last week, y'all. Enjoy our anniversary, for a few days. So that's really why I took off last week. But thank you so much, Successful MD, for mentioning that. I appreciate you. Thank you. Duke, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Yeah, but yeah, I just think once again the expectations, the things that they're looking for are just mismatched. I think I say that right. They're not. It's not. It's not. No. It's and this is why they're going to have problems. Thank you, Queen of Vibes. I appreciate you. So yeah, I just think a lot of women are going to have that issue because in their minds they cannot settle. They cannot settle, not realizing that you're really not settling. And a relationship is compromise. It's a give and take. It's working together. It's not you're not going to get every little thing in a person that you think you want. This list that they check off, you're not going to get all of that. But you should be focused on the things that are most important in the person that you want. And if you can find somebody who has the top things, the main things that matter in a person, somebody who's loving, caring, who cares about you, who want to be with you, cares about you, and there for you, and you there for them, and y'all can work together, and y'all have the same things in common and moral, the same morals and values, and you guys want the same things. That ought to be enough. Everything else you should be able to work out. But I think they're looking for too much and they're worried about what their girlfriend's going to say. You got to bring home a man that everybody else is pleased with. And that's another mistake. You don't have to bring home, you don't have to have a man that everybody else likes. That's a mistake a lot of women make, in my opinion. Who cares if they don't like him? If you don't think he's up to snuff, who gives a shit? If he's the right person for you and you for him and y'all want to be together, that's all that matters. I don't care. You can't be worried about your girlfriends and what this one and that one gonna think about him. If you know that he's a good person, a good man, and you've established this, y'all been dating for a while, y'all know each other, y'all learned each other, and as long as it's not signs that he's a criminal or some type of axe murderer or something like that, then who cares what everybody else thinks? It should be between the two of you. But a lot of times they trying to please other people, and what other people think. Girl, he look like this. Girl, he ain't tall enough. Girl, who dating him? Not you. So that's another thing. Let's continue though.
Crazy guy to say, I'm gonna take you out to dinner. You're like, where? And
I will say, I don't compare men to other men, just the same way I don't want to be compared to other women. I think it's unfair, and nobody can ever close that gap.
Do you compare? But I'm talking about experience, not necessarily the men. So can you still be wowed by the experience? Because if you have this major experience from this man, it might not be the man, but if this man was able to give you a certain amount of experience, now it was dating, wasn't necessarily a relationship. Would it be settling for you for a man that can offer you the relationship, but maybe financially can't do the things that the guy that had the money could? Would that be settling to you?
No. I kind of, I come from humble beginnings. So if I met a man who was clear at 200,000, no extra, no, he can't go internationally as much as I do, then I will compromise. I think that's my biggest, positive, that I'm willing to compromise. If I need to move, if we can't go on a date this week because he needs to save or he needs to work, I'm willing to adjust. I feel like in today's dating world, when there are beautiful women everywhere, I don't compare myself to other people because you can't. Just like there are many attractive women, a lot of women built like me. So
Attractiveness is subjective. It's subjective. I wouldn't bring that up. Women built like you, that's a subjective. Let the men determine that, because what the men see and how they view women is different from how women view women. You know what I'm saying? So let the men determine that. Don't you say it. But once again, I think all this traveling, if he can't travel internationally, it's just ridiculous. Because quite frankly, when you meet somebody that you care about, or y'all love each other's company, you don't care where you are. That's just me. You don't care where you are. Y'all could be chilling on a park bench and you loving the time that you have with that person. You don't have to go and always do all that stuff when you are with your person, somebody that you enjoy being around. They love being around you. Y'all have a connection, y'all talking, y'all just smiling and geeking. And like when that happens, you don't care where you are. And you're not interested in all of that other stuff because you want to spend as much time as you can with that person. I don't. This is why I think these a lot of these young women have never been in serious relationships. They've never ever had a person that enjoyed their time and liked being around them, and can't wait to be around them. And it's unfortunate because it's a beautiful thing. They haven't experienced a man who wants to be around them. In fact, these men just trying to get with you and have sex and keep it moving. They've never experienced a man who just enjoy their time and like looking in their face and like seeing them and really just attracted to their whole being. They've never experienced that. And so they just think, oh, just we gotta travel, and ain't nobody got time for all that. That ain't where it's at. And if you met a guy who was kind of maybe attracted to you, you're gonna run him away with all this travel, and we gotta do it. He gotta be able to do international. That man if he gotta work, let him work. If he love his job, he working. One on one hand, y'all talking about men don't work and they broken. If he working, I don't understand it. But this is why these modern women will stay single. Calvin says side piece material. Yes. That's all y'all are. And y'all still trying to get relationships out of it and don't understand why you can't get one. Because the things that you're focused on are so off base when it comes to serious relationships. And that throws the man off. So the man he realized when you start talking like that, he already checked out in his mind. He already like, nah, this is just to be a hit and quit situation. I don't got time for that. I can see she's materialistic. This is what they're probably thinking. Like, oh, nah, yeah, right. Side piece material. Like, okay, we'll just do that and that's it. We'll hook up when it's convenient and that's it. That's why. Because when you start talking like that, them men, they check out. Check out. Let's continue.
I try to just adjust and go with the flow. I just need a man that's willing to communicate and let me know when I need to make adjustments.
Okay, fair enough. So you have some paid questions before I get to them. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask, when's the last time you was intimate with someone?
I'm not gonna answer.
Okay, 3 flaws you have to work on.
I could stop ignoring red flags. I could also I could be not as ambitious, and I also could be not as outspoken as I am. I don't have a filter.
Okay. And now, do you want the paid questions before I read any?
Kendra, I have a quick question. Is there any way I can join later?
You have to go. Why is that?
I have to go for a meeting at work just for like 10 minutes, but they want me to leave like right now.
Well, I don't know how much later we're going to be on the show. Are you on the Kendra G Singles dating app?
I am. It's Alexis White is my name. I don't know. I think I might change it because I don't want my government name up there, but right now it's Alexis White.
Okay, I'm not sure how much longer. I got somewhere to be, child. I got like two, girl.
I'll quickly answer your questions. What's the questions?
Well, no. Well, first, I would like to give your contact just in case. Well, answer this. Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
I'm gonna skip past the money part. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna skip past the look part. It doesn't matter.
No, why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
No, I'm about to answer the question. I try not to, I'm trying to do better and not focusing on looks or money because it doesn't matter to a man that's a quality man. To me, I would say
I think looks matter to a quality man. I think attraction begins with everybody.
yeah, but I think there's so many attractive women that I don't think it's really a plus anymore. It's not something to put in the win column. There are beautiful women everywhere.
Yeah, but if you want a 200 plus K man, attraction is gonna be the first thing that. I mean, it won't keep him potentially. I see what you're saying, but he's gonna have to be attracted to you.
Yeah, I get it, but I guess I'm very honest. I won't ever lie to them. I am a provider, so whether or not he wants me to continue to work, and my goal is to build something with my partner, financially, businesses, whatever the case may be. And I guess the hugest thing is the fact that I can adjust to both worlds. I told you I come from humble beginnings, but I've also seen the other side of it. So I'm able to go to a business meeting or go to a gala or go to a cookout. I want to be able to be adjustable to wherever I need to be adjustable to. And also I compromise. I, that's the hugest thing. I feel like a
Okay.
lot of women are unwilling to change or unwilling to get feedback. I want all the feedback you can give me. If you feel like I have something to change, then tell me to change it.
Now here's some of the pay. Do you have 3 minutes?
Yeah, I have 1 minute. So
1 minute,
I can answer this
okay.
question.
Divine Photo says, seems like the six-figure man you desire see you as recreational use only.
Well, I haven't had a problem with meeting, having long-term relationships. The people I told you I've dated, those all ended because of me. They were just missing something that I didn't want. So I don't really worry about that. And also, I don't have sex like that. So I don't have time to be just having sex just to be having sex. I let a man know this vagina is, I don't have one. Like, if you are interested in having sex,
Girl, bye. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. She's contradicting herself. And Divine Photos be up in them comments, baby. Divine Photos says, child, you're only recreational use. Divine Photos be up in them comments. But he has a point though. You know, that's what it is. That's what it is. First she said 200K, then she turned around and said, "Oh, that ain't important," and all that. I don't think at this point. I think a lot of these women are running out of options, and it's very obvious. They're running out of options. They don't know what to do. And so now they're just out here just saying whatever they think is going to get a guy, because they realize now that they're running out of options. And a lot of these men are not running for them or checking for them. They're living their lives because they've listened to what a lot of these women said. They've listened to what women have put out there, and they're moving accordingly. So that's just what it is. You can't blame them. They're listening to what y'all said. And now, because the men are responding to what women have put out there, now they're realizing the men are moving on, and now they're asking for them to come back. Now they're begging men to come back and pay attention to us and come and date us and come and be with us and see us and try. And the men aren't doing it. They're literally begging men to come and talk to them. And these men are saying, nah, we got the message, we got the memo, and we don't want to fool with y'all because we can't trust y'all, child. So that's just what it ends up being. That's what it ends up being. Who asked me if I don't know if I'm gonna continue to do evening lives, y'all. I'm just testing it out because I was busy earlier and I just didn't want to not come up. So I just came up at the time that was available. But if that's something y'all would prefer, just let me know. But until then, I think I'm gonna stay at the 1:15 time slot, because I don't know if y'all want a later time or not. But let me know. But yeah, this was crazy. And there's a lot of crazy, the Kendra G show just exposes a lot of the mentality of women and the women that are out there, their expectations, what they're looking for, how they think, all of that stuff. It just shows you that a lot of these women, and Kevin Samuels showed the same thing. A lot of these women are not prepared for real serious relationships. And they all have the same way of thinking. They all think the same. They want the same things. They would not settle. They all have the same expectations, and they don't really have much to give to a relationship. And I think that's really the problem. And once again, we talk about this all the time, and a lot of women seem to think it's the men, but really in actuality, it's a lot of them who are the problem, and they just don't see it and don't want to accept it. And I think until they accept it, it's just going to be this way. There's no fixing it without the women realizing that they have some things that they need to work on, and that they have to make some changes, and they have to really work on themselves, their mentality, mental state, all of that, before they could actually be in healthy relationships. And I'm not saying that all the men are perfect, because no, a lot of men need a lot of work too. There are a lot of men out there who don't understand women and don't understand relationships, still trying to play the field at 50. There are a lot of men out here who got issues too, but once again, everybody knows that. Everybody's always focused on the men, but the focus has never been on the women as much as it has been lately, because you still could find way more people talking about what men need to do versus what women need to do. And I think you can't have one without the other. If men need work, so do the women. And that's just how it has to be. Keep 1:15, DeeDee. I need time to be a dusty. Okay. Thank you. You're a hot mess, child. Thank you for the super chat. you. Okay. He say he need time to be a sister, to be a Dusty child. Crazy. But yeah, it's just a hot mess, y'all. All right, I gotta get out of here, y'all. It's getting late. Thank y'all so much for being here, y'all. I appreciate y'all for the ones who came in the building and for watching and all that. I appreciate y'all so much. Make sure you hit the like button on your way out, y'all. Also share and like the stream if you can. Hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new content or go live. Make sure you guys do that. If you're new in the building and you like the content, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. It is free to subscribe. Make sure you guys do that. Hit the like button on your way out, y'all. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I appreciate everybody watching, everybody who supports via Super Chat or Cash App. I appreciate you so much. Thank y'all so much once again. Y'all stay tuned for more. I will be going live really, really soon. We'll continue with the live streams and definitely watch the videos that are posted on the channel already. Go ahead and watch those and like them if you can. That definitely helps your girl out. So I'm going to leave it here. Thank y'all once again. Y'all be safe out here in these streets, and I'll catch you in the next one. Mwah. Bye.